Hello dear students. Today we want to study about the organic analysis. The aim of the experiment is to identify the functional group present in the given organic compound. We should follow the method that we first perform an experiment, then we observe, and from the observation we come to know about the inference, or we conclude a result, or we call it inference. So uh, let us perform the experiment for the various functional group. The first experiment that we can perform is the test for unsaturation. The kind of salt or the kind of organic compound we may be given, it may be this kind of solid substance that you can see on your screen. This solid substance that you can see here, this is the kind of substance you may be given. Or if not given a solid substance, in that case you may be given a liquid, like you can see in the flask. So this is the kind of liquid you may be given as an organic substance in this particular case. So now, my dear students, we are going to perform the various experiments, and we are even going to write them one by one. First, we shall go for the test for unsaturation. When we dissolve the small quantity of given organic compound in carbon tetrachloride CCl4, and then if we add a dropwise bromine water, the brown color of bromine water does not disappear in this particular case. The solid organic compound which you have seen, or the liquid organic compound which you have seen, in that particular case there are the brown color of bromine water does not disappear, and that is how we can come to know that there is no unsaturation present in the organic compound. The next test we are going to perform is for the carboxylic acid functional group. For carboxylic acid functional group, we add a small quantity of NaHCO3 solution in a given organic compound. To perform this test, if we are given a solid compound, we can use it as a solid, or we can even make the aqueous solution of it, and then we can add the solution of NaHCO3, that is sodium hydrogen carbonate. Let us watch this activity so that we can understand it well. Uh, Before moving to our activity, let us perform one litmus test also with the same compound. So let us first understand the litmus test, and then we should understand the various materials required for the litmus test are: we need an organic compound, we need a blue litmus paper, we need droppers. Now the procedure that we can follow is, in an organic compound, we put some drops of organic compound or its aqueous solution on the blue litmus paper. You can see that the blue litmus paper turns red. This is what it gives us the idea that the compound, organic compound given to us, is acidic in nature. So we confirm that we are given an acidic compound. Now, confirming this, we can go for sodium bicarbonate test. For that particular we should have organic compound, we should have sodium bicarbonate, NaHCO3, and we need test tubes, we need spatula. So the procedure that we follow is, we take an organic compound, or its aqueous solution. Into that we can add the sodium bicarbonate. When we add sodium bicarbonate, this sodium bicarbonate reacts with the carboxylic acid and produces the carbon dioxide gas, and this carbon dioxide gas gives us the brisk effervescences. You can see these effervescences have been produced, and we can easily identify the presence of the functional group, which is known as the organic functional group, or which is known as the carboxylic acid functional group that is given to us. So my dear students, add a small quantity of NaHCO3 or sodium hydrogen carbonate solution to the given organic compound, or if you have the aqueous solution of organic compound, you can use solid sodium hydrogen carbonate. Brisk effervescences are produced, and from that we can confirm that carboxylic acid is present. Now, my dear students, we should try it out for the other functional group, but an organic compound contains only one functional group. So let us go for the other test. For phenolic functional group, we should perform the test like we need to add neutral FeCl3 solution in the given organic compound, but we do not get violet or green color, and that is why we can say that in the given organic compound, phenolic group is absent. Then we can move for the alcoholic functional group. So in the alcoholic functional group, if we add a small piece of sodium metal in the given liquid, remember we can perform the alcoholic functional group when the alcohol is given in the liquid form, especially either the ethanol or propanol. So if we add a small piece of sodium metal into the liquid which is given to us, remember that the liquid must not contain any water in it. So in that case, if there are effervescences produced, we can say alcoholic group is present. But here in this case, we are given the carboxylic acid as a functional group. So effervescences are not observed, and that is why we can say that alcoholic group is absent. For the carbonyl functional group, we can perform the test that organic compound is shook. That is the past participle of shake. So we shake the organic compound with the 2,4-dinitrophenyl hydrogen. We can get the orange yellow precipitates, but here we will not get the orange yellow precipitates, and that is why we can say that carbonyl group is absent. Then we should perform the test for the aldehyde functional group. For aldehyde functional group, we perform the test which is known as the Tollens reagent or Tollens test. So we mix the organic compound with the Tollens reagent, and we will not have the silver mirror formed. That is how we can say that aldehyde group is absent. Same way in case of the organic compound, my dear students, if we take organic compound and add carbon tetrachloride CCl4, and we add alcoholic KOH. Alcoholic KOH is prepared by dissolving potassium hydroxide into an alcohol. Foul or obnoxious smell is not observed in this case, and that is why we can say that amine group is absent. Now we conclude that carboxylic acid group is present, so we should write the chemical equation for it. So we can write RCOOH, which is a carboxylic acid. We allow it to react with the sodium hydrogen carbonate, which is also known as sodium bicarbonate. So RCOONA, R, that is sodium carboxylic acid salt, is produced, and because of the production of the carbon dioxide gas, we get brisk effervescences, and that is how we confirm the presence of the carboxylic acid group. Please note that carboxylic acid turns blue litmus paper red, and carboxylic acid even give ester test. So when we mix the carboxylic acid with alcohol, it gives the fruity smell of ester. Now we can easily conclude this as a result that in the given organic compound, that organic compound contain carboxylic acid as a functional group, my dear students. So we can conclude here that we have the organic compound, that organic compound contain carboxylic acid as a functional group. I hope, my dear students, you understood everything and you are enjoying your studies. I wish you happy learning.